Hi everyone, my name is Elaine and today I've got something really special planned for you guys. We're doing a first here on the channel where I'm going to be interviewing a good friend of mine. I've known him for several years and his name is Karl. Full disclosure though, we wanted to keep to the lovely social distancing, not getting bothered by our neighbors who refuse to stop doing construction on their house thing. So my friend and partner in this channel, Jeremy, is going to be reading all of Karl's lovely responses to us. Thank you, Karl, for sending this to us. We really appreciate it and hope that maybe sometime in the future we can interview you again, but on a screen where you are actually speaking. Anyway, here we go, guys.
I will try and do it justice. Hello, Unison League community. Karlito here, former guild leader of YCG. It is an honor and my pleasure to be chosen for this interview. I've been friends with Elaine, Panda, for a long time, 7+ years. We first met on another mobile game, and through the years we've been recommending and asking each other to try out different games to play. Eventually, we landed on Unison League.
You've obviously been playing longer than me. How long have you been playing Unison?
I created my Unison League account in 2015 during the first Halloween event. I was originally drawn to the stylish art style and customization that came with equipping hundreds of different gear. I'd never seen anything like it on a mobile game prior to Unison League. It was innovative and had a very clean presentation and aesthetics.
I know you made an archer and that extra classes didn't exist back then. Did you choose an archer at first? Why? What gravitated you to this class? If not, what did you choose and what made you transition to an archer main?
I actually began the game as a lancer. I've always been very competitive and a huge overthinker. I realized early on that I would have to commit to a class in order to improve at a decent rate. At the time, before extra rings and additional classes, the lancer class appealed to me because it was viable and self-sufficient in both PvE and PvP. In PvE, lancers were needed to quickly apply break to enemies, also capable of inflicting high damage over time. In PvP, lancers had the fastest attack animations. Just ask any lancer main in the old days how satisfying it felt to one-shot annoying mages in 2 seconds and an Ether Exchange plus Night Splits combo. Over time, extra ability rings were added that changed the meta and made archers to be the most efficient damage dealers for both PvE and PvP. It wasn't an easy decision, but I felt it was necessary for both my enjoyment of the game as well as what was needed for my guild. I've been an archer main ever since. Being able to play a variety of classes is very important in competitive play. I ended my UL career as a rook for guild battle.
Do you remember the early days? What were some of the biggest challenges you faced as a noob? What made you stick it out and hopefully overcome them?
The early days of Unison League were incredibly fun. When you're a weak player, there is always a goal ahead of you. My goal in those days was always to be the strongest player in my guild. I was constantly striving to farm events for better gear and monsters while trying to grind out experience to reach the level cap. The biggest challenge back then was acquiring good gear for your main class. I remember having to use and infuse SR gear because I didn't have enough for URs to equip. You have to do whatever you can to gain higher stats as a noob.
What were some of the biggest hurdles you had to overcome to become the strong veteran player you are today?
Completing difficult quests is one of the biggest hurdles to overcome in Unison League. These quests usually had great and usable rewards available by farming them. In the early days, acquiring 30 cost monsters were essential in order to compete in PvP. Nothing makes you want to become stronger quite like realizing how weak you actually are. Getting carried by veteran players on quests is humbling and frustrating. It certainly fueled my drive to get better. The best tip someone gave me starting out was to keep playing. Eventually you'll get there.
Let's flash forward a bit. I'm assuming YCG wasn't your first guild, but you've been a part of it for several years. How many?
I've been in YCG so long that I cannot remember the name of the first guild I've been in before it. I joined YCG in January 2016 and have been here ever since.
Did you found the guild? Why? What made you start it? If you didn't, do you recall why you were chosen as leader? Did you want to be leader? Why or why not?
I am not the founder of YCG. Due to my passion for the game and near flawless attendance record, I quickly became the sub-leader under the leadership of YCG Black. I held a sense of pride and duty being in the leadership team and did my part finding new recruits and making sure we were doing well as a guild. Eventually, me and my other sub-leader, Toddball, noticed our guild leader losing interest in the game, and we began taking a larger responsibility in the guild. The former leader ultimately stepped down and named me as his successor. I'm pretty sure his decision was due to me making nearly every guild battle since joining, as well as how often I would recruit new members. I think he knew how badly I wanted our guild to succeed. Initially, the thought of being leader of a guild never occurred to me. However, I realized that I was likely the best choice when the former leader began to lose interest. The fear of seeing the guild I loved disband quickly made the decision clear to me. I didn't want that to happen.
What are some of the biggest challenges you faced as a guild leader?
Oh lord, there are so many challenges as a leader. I am thankful that I had Todd Ball and Harmony as my sub-leaders throughout my tenure as leader. Being the leader of a competitive guild can be pretty stressful. The hardest part for me has always been letting people go. Firstly, I set out to make the atmosphere of my guild like a family. To do this, I try and recruit those that fit in best with this mindset. Frankly speaking, I get attached to almost everyone that I've accepted into the guild. So having to let people go for the betterment of the guild has never been easy. I still remember everyone that has been in my guild since I've been leader, including you, of course, Panda. Dealing with 9 other unique personalities is another challenge I wasn't quite ready for at the time, but hopefully I've done a decent job making sure we all get along.
Did you enjoy the experience? Did you learn anything about yourself as a leader or about Unison?
I really enjoyed my time as guild leader in Unison League. I learned so much through the years, the best lesson being patience. I've actually got some gray hairs to show for it. I've had to lead a large range of age groups, from teenagers with a variety of emotional states to adults going through important real-life difficulties. It was overwhelming for me at times, but I'm thankful for the patience and care I've had in dealing with all of my guildies. I've also learned that I can't lead on my own. I take no full credit in the job I've done. From the sub-leaders to every member that has been a part of the journey, everyone has played a role in making my job easier, and I am thankful for everyone.
What are some of your favorite moments as a guild leader?
One of my favorite moments as guild leader of YCG has definitely been our 2 second place finishes in the Grand Guild Tournament. These high stakes battles are a huge adrenaline rush, and although I wasn't able to win that coveted first place crown, I am extremely pleased by how far I was able to bring my guild. When I took over, we were just a casual guild, ranking in the mid 100s. I am very proud of the work we've done to become a guild that has consistently made it to the tournament since its creation, as well as numerous top 10 finishes in ranked guild battle and raid. The many rivalries forged throughout the years of guild battles are also a great memory. This will sound cheesy, but my absolute favorite memory is the friendship I've gained with my guild family. You may think playing a mobile game for 6 years is immature, but I wouldn't trade those memories for anything in this world. I love you, YCG fam.
What made you step down?
I've been trying to retire for almost a year now. It was tough to let go. Unison League had quickly become a part of my life. However, I began feeling like the state of PvP had become too stale over time. I also felt like the need to constantly acquire the newest treasure monster and gear power creep was forcing me to spend too much money to remain competitive. I also knew that I could not remain leader of a guild while my motivation to play and passion for the game was declining. As I've stated, I became leader under similar circumstances, and I would not put the guild through the frustration of having a leader that does not enjoy the game anymore.
I know you're retiring. Can you share some fun Unison memories, reasons behind this decision? Which I guess plays into my previous question, but tell me more, tell me more. No, 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 no. I can't sing. It's okay.
Some more fond memories are definitely the friends I've gained through the questing and rivalries in guild battles. I also enjoyed all the fun and cool different strategies in guild battle that we've had to fight through the years. This community had some big brain strategists. Thank you all for furthering the PvP meta. Some of the most fun matches happened when Archangel Ariel was first released, and a bug in her ability caused her to actually heal your crystal when used. Crazy, right?
Totally right. I actually do remember that. That was an interesting little glitch, which I never got to take advantage of because I have never pulled an Archangel on my poor, poor, sad little mage. Do you have any advice for newer players or guild leaders before we go?
Sure. Advice for guild leaders: be patient with your members. We all have lives and responsibilities. Be understanding when unforeseen events happen that cause your members to miss. In my opinion, a guild leader should be a big brother slash sister, a father slash mother, a best friend, and occasionally a boss. There are some guild leaders that are much more strict than I, and that has its use in a competitive guild. But ultimately, this game should be fun. Have fun, engage with your guildies, have group calls and for guild battles and raids, quests, in line or Discord, and enjoy each other's company. Genuinely look after your members and be a mediator when disagreements happen. They will happen. New players, keep playing. You'll get there. Never let your energy be capped out. There is always something to quest and farm events for. Use your equipment cost wisely and actively plan how you envision your endgame stats to look like. Seek out veteran players and don't be afraid to ask them for advice, especially when it comes to spawns. We all know there are lots of bait spawns as well as a few amazing spawns that you should invest in when they come around.
Anything else you want to say before we close?
I am extremely thankful and honored to be chosen for this interview. I apologize for my essay responses. My guildies have become very acquainted with my wall of texts over the years. I hope the future of Unison League is very exciting for those that continue playing. The best part of Unison League has always been the community online and Discord. Keep on playing and loving this great game. Elaine, thanks again. I'm sure we'll be playing something else together eventually. Doge out.
I'm sure too. Thanks for coming again, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, if you like what you saw here today, please give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below in the comment section. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know what's up, and we'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.